Hello, everyone. So let's dig into the November sales numbers. Supply on the rise, but not across all price ranges. So prices still trending upwards. Overall, residential for Calgary up 3.5%, so pretty average. Detached home prices up 7.2%, semis up 7.7%, row prices up 6.6%, apartment prices up 8.9%. Months of supply up. So this is much more of a balanced market. In some instances, it can feel like a buyer's market. Homes are not selling nearly as quickly as they were in the spring or summer. Our new listings are up 4.4%, inventory up 45% year over year. So we are seeing the market slow down. We'll see how long that lasts. In the last couple weeks, we've seen it tighten up a bit, so it could just be seasonal. Let's take a look at our regions of Calgary. All right. So keeping with the trend we've seen, the east part of the city has done the best year over year for price growth, 10.5% year over year, and downtown has done the worst. So the east, a place that generally people have overlooked, so Dover, Forest Lawn, places that people would turn their nose up at typically, but we're getting a lot of people moving here from, say, BC or Ontario who don't have that same stigma about that area. And a lot of, not a lot of price growth in the other areas. So Northeast got 5.7% year over year, decent. South actually did well, 6% year over year. West 4.5%, Northwest 3.9%, North 2.3%, and downtown basically unchanged year over year. Now let's see how the outlying areas did. All right, now looking at the region around Calgary. Airdrie, we saw a price still up 4.1% year over year. Sales down 9% year over year. Inventory up significantly. Months of supply up almost 100%. So it's slowing down considerably. In Airdrie, Cochrane, price up 3.8% year over year. Sales up 27%. Inventory up 18.6%. And months of supply actually tightening up slightly, down 6.9% year over year. So a slightly tighter market in Cochrane, but pretty much in line with what Airdrie was experiencing. Okotoks, price up 6%. Inventory down slightly to down 2.6%. The months of supply actually down 27%. So it actually is a tighter market in Okotoks, which is bucking the trend. Now, comparing the various outlying regions, which one did the best? We have High River coming out on top at 8.0% price growth year over year. And then Okotoks have 7.3% year over year increase. Chestermere up 6.6%, Strathmore up 5.9%, Airdrie up 4.9%. So slowing growth around Calgary, but High River still up 8%, which is pretty darn good. All right, let's move on to some news. From Better Dwelling, Canadian per capita GDP falls for a sixth quarter. Supersized cut expected. That's from RBC. So the economy is not doing well in Canada. Despite Justin Trudeau's 1 month or 2 month, whatever, GST cut, it's not doing a heck of a lot. So on a per capita basis, we've been getting poorer for quite some time now. And I'm sure you're feeling that. Because of that, the Bank of Canada may do a supersized cut, but that may be complicated by Trump's tariffs, as we'll see shortly. All right, so what the US election results spell for Canadian real estate and construction. This is from BDO Canada. The US election brought in Donald Trump, which is generally a good thing, but he's putting a potentially 25% tariff on everything coming from Canada and Mexico. That could be an issue. So if Trump comes in and imposes across the board tariffs on everything, it will have a huge impact on supply chains and cross-border flow of goods and products that are used in the real estate industry. So what this will really affect is manufacturing in Ontario and Quebec. So in Ontario and Quebec, there's a lot of manufacturing that is very intertwined with American manufacturing. Sometimes for instance, an automobile, the products will cross the border 10 times before their final assembly. So you'll have, a widget that turns into a bigger widget that gets assembled into a vehicle. That's going to be a big issue. If this tariff gets put on oil, it will also affect the oil and gas market. But oil and gas typically just crosses the border once, and once is bad enough, but it's not 10 times. We will see what this will do. It will be inflationary. So this could put upward pressure on inflation over time. And if there is upward pressure on inflation, we could see higher interest rates. We're projecting out a bit, but we'll have to wait and see. Home prices expected to rise in all markets, according to Royal LePage. I mean, are they ever going to say something negative? We'll have to wait and see. But there's a lot of uncertainty that I can see going forward with Trump coming into office. What are these tariffs going to do? If they put a 25% tariff on everything crossing the border, I don't think real estate's going to rise. I think you're going to have serious economic implications. So wait and see is the best opportunity. I think we're in a really good spot here in Alberta because the Americans need our oil and gas. I think the Americans could really be okay with crushing Canadian manufacturing in the East. And we don't do a lot of manufacturing here. It's a lot of resources. I think generally we're going to do just fine. As a blanket statement for all of Canadian real estate, prices going up seems ambitious.